Hi you guys, it's Jen. So I'm going to talk about acne since a lot of you guys have been asking me and telling me that you have breakouts even though you eat clean, even though you wash your face, but you still get those acne breakouts and it just kills you inside. And acne, there's a lot that I want to talk about it since it's a big topic and it is a common disease in teenagers especially and also adults too, and can be a psychological problem as it affects our face and cosmetically can leave scars. Wanna educate you guys on about it more so that you can understand it and combat it yourself. You may see a pimple there, a pimple there. Is it a pimple really? To combat your acne, you need to know everything about them, like the environment they're in, why are they forming, why are they even here, their location. And so I will make an acne series to tell you all about acne. So let's go. Before we're moving on to discuss about acne, I first want to tell you about the skin anatomy, or more specifically the hair follicle, or what you so-called pores. This is the hair follicle, or what you so-called pore. It consists of the sebaceous gland, which is the oil gland that release or secrete sebum, which is also oil, to moisturize your skin. And it also have a hair shaft, so every pore will have a hair in it, which can be infected and be called folliculitis. The sebaceous glands are located all over the body, but most in your face, chest, back, and shoulders. That is why most acne present in those locations. But in men, they tend to be more on their body parts too, and also their face because they have more androgens. The most common acne problem that teens get and adults get is so-called acne vulgaris, but there's a lot of conditions too that can mimic acne vulgaris, and actually something that you need to go to a dermatologist to get it treated. You need to know the characteristic of the acne vulgaris and its lesions, types of lesions, and be specific about it, since depending on its stages and its lesion, how you treat it is different. 4 variants of acne lesions, which is the whitehead and the blackheads, called also the comedogenics. The whiteheads is an closed pore or closed comedons, in which because it's closed, the texture and the color is more like skin color, whereas blackheads are open pores or open comedons, and it is oxidized because it's opened, and thus melanin tend to be oxidized, and your dead skin is also oxidized and be accumulated. That's why it's black in color. You should differentiate between blackheads and your hair follicles or filaments itself, because they're actually black. The black dots in your nose, it's actually normal. Everyone have them, and it may not be a blackhead. If you want to know what blackhead is, it's their picture. I will link that. Those blackheads, you need to actually squeeze them out by facial, or you can just squeeze them out yourself, but remember to be sterile. While the other two is the papule or the pustules. These are the acnegenic blackheads which have already been inflamed. It is affected mostly by hormonal and can also be hereditary. We can divide into 3 categories, which is number 1, the sebaceous gland hyperactivity, number 2, the changes in skin turnover, which is the keratinization, and number 3 is the influence of Propionibacterium acnes. Sebaceous gland hyperactivity mostly occurs during your teens, as it is affected by the hormonal factors, mostly because of the hormone androgen. So androgen doesn't only present in males but also in females. But in females, not only they have androgens, but Also, they have an increase of luteinizing hormone rather than men when we ovulate or during our menstruation cycle, which in turn leads to more acne breakouts. So this hormone signals the sebaceous gland to produce more sebum into your tiny little hair follicle. It can become clogged because the higher sebum production will accumulate and exacerbate the acne breakouts, which in females usually 2 until 7 days before your menstruation occurs. Remember when in the exfoliation video I've talked about how our skin turns over and regenerates itself every 28 until 30 days? Well, it regenerates itself through the little hair follicles. Our dead skin cells will in turn goes up through the hair follicle and then it'll be gone. If the sebum is already clogged, our dead skin cells cannot be removed, and the sebum and the dead skin cells will accumulate, will create the blackheads and the whiteheads. We call our skin cells keratinocytes. Our dead keratinocytes will stick together with the sebum, which is produced by the sebaceous gland, and it can't go out. And what happens is our body will call the police, or what we so-called our protective measure immune system, to attack the pore, which can cause inflammation and cause the pustules, papules, or nodules or cysts from happening. Voila! The acne will occur. Clogged pore is actually a very good nutritional source for the bacteria that is already present in our skin, which is the Propionibacterium acnes that you may already heard. The bacteria will digest the sebum, which is a good nutritional factor for them. Bacteria is actually present in our skin, a normal amount of the bacteria, which we call the normal flora. It is good for our skin, but because it keeps growing, and it'll lead to inflammatory mediators from your immune system, which will cause the inflammation, and our immune system will act ferociously. It'll become pathologic, or it'll cause a disease. As you might already know, there are several therapeutic regimens for acne, which focus on the prevention of the eruptions rather than treatment of the presenting lesion, which is already inflamed. Is the reason why majority of the acne treatments will take about 8 weeks to work. That is why you need to have patience when treating your acne, because it works by the skin keratinization and skin turnover to reduce the whiteheads and the blackheads that you have, so that it don't become inflamed and become an acne, which can lead to scarring and keloids and other cosmetical issues. The reason why you should know how acne form is because to treat them, you need to stop their formation from happening, which can be achieved by the 5 steps of acne treatments out there, which is number 1, normalizing the skin keratinization, or by exfoliating your skin. Number 2 is to eliminate or reduce the bacteria that causes acne. Number 3 is to remove the materials that can clog your pores, which in turn causes inflammation and acne formation. Number 4 is to attack your inflammatory response to reduce it so that it won't be a severe acne or become a pustule or cyst or a nodule. And number 5 is to decrease your sebum, which can also clog your pores and contribute to the acne formation. I will discuss more about the acne treatments and therapeutical treatments on the 5 steps, what are the products for each steps, and how to choose them, when to choose them, during what stage of acne you're in, and when to go to a doctor or dermatologist in the next video, because acne is a really big topic and I want to discuss them specifically and more detailed so that you guys can get the best of everything and choose the right products for your acne breakouts. There are a lot of questions that I get from my friends and you guys. Number 1 is, I wash my face several times a day, but I still get these acne breakouts. My acne have gotten worse. Well, my friends, I've already told you that the cause of acne firstly is because of the sebaceous gland's hyperactivity, and if you wash your face too regularly, you will disrupt your skin barriers and your skin will become dry. I know that making your skin dry is actually a good process, but if you don't target the sebaceous glands production itself, the sebaceous glands will detect that your skin is dry, and they will act to produce more oils and more sebums to your skin, will just cause more clogged pores and more comedones from forming. Number 2 is, how long can I change my treatment if I've already used this treatment, this product, but it's not helping with my acne? I still have my acne breakouts and things like that. As I told you, most acne products out there just prevent acne from happening. So you need to choose the right treatment, whether is it a preventive product or is it a calming product for your acne breakouts right now. If you are purchasing or you are using a preventive product, you need to wait until about 8 weeks or the minimum 1 month, as your skin regenerates itself every 1 month. Can I squeeze my acne myself? Well, you can actually squeeze your acne yourself, as if you go to a dermatologist, they will also squeeze your acne depending on what lesion your acne is in. If it's inflamed, don't squeeze it yourself or it'll leave a scar. But if it's comedones or comedogenic, like the whitehead or blackheads, you can squeeze them on your own. One tip that I want to share is the pimple patch. I use them a lot and I feel that it really helps lessen the scar from my acne. So after I squeeze the pistils, I will attach a pimple pad so that it'll suck out all the bad inflammatory mediators, the pus, and calms down the inflammatory process that is already happening. Scars will form if you have pistils already and you pop them out, scars will happen. But you can lessen the appearance of your scars by exfoliating and other products out there. The pimple patch that I love is by COSRX, which is this acne pimple patch. They also have the one with the very thin layer of acne patch, and what I love about this is that it really does its job. You cleanse your face well, especially with the problem areas with the acne in it, and make sure to leave your skin dry before you're attaching it. And then you cover it to cover your acne, and it'll change in color. So from your skin color to white color, it means that it has absorbed all the oil secreted in the pores, and then you can remove them and replace them with a new one if your acne is still acting up. A pimple patch like this is actually a wound dressing, which acts as a protective cover to prevent acne from getting more inflamed after you squeeze them out. It absorbs pus and oil, and it is also non-drying, so it's perfect for acne. I like it because it's not really visible, so I don't care actually. I will use them to my workplace, or in the past I've used them in my class too. I don't care as long as my acne is cured. And I usually don't use makeup at all. Like, I'm too lazy, but I will still use sunscreen since sunscreen is really important. I think I'm an ambassador of sunscreen already. But if you use this and irritation or rash occurs because your skin is hypersensitive or you are actually allergic to it, stop, don't use it anymore.